No, Huma's a short. Markets are down. Job growth was revised lower, much lower. So big surprise there. Opendoor still the most traded stock for some reason. NVIDIA number 2. Figma number 3. Up another 15%, 16% on the day after quite a day yesterday. But yeah, NVIDIA down 2.5%. Amazon down 7%, kind of weak cloud results. Novo Nordisk rebounding after being just tarred and feathered. Joby's up 3%. What else is going on? Tesla only down 1%. Robinhood, big momentum stock, down 6%. Apple up 2% after good earnings, surprisingly good earnings. Rigetti on the actively traded list there, down 3%. D-Wave as well, down 3%. Palantir down 2%. Any gainers? Well, Figma and Reddit both had good, well, Figma IPO'd and Reddit pretty good numbers. Who else is on the gainers list that we care about? Nobody too interesting. Losers list, well, we got a lot. Newegg is fascinating people. It's bouncing around a lot. Coinbase down 11%. Okay, nothing too interesting here either. Big news is just, are we going to see a momentum reversal? Obviously we've been pretty bearish. We've sort of been waiting for the froth to come out of the market, but at the same time, clearly there's a lot of dry powder for things like Figma. OpenAI did some fundraising, didn't have a problem there. I think we're still in a bull market. It's going to be, possible for a micro bubble like quantum to pop. And we let the air out of some of these stocks that have been, a little too hot. So it doesn't have to spoil the rest of the market necessarily. They generally do go hand in hand though. So we'll have to just see how this all plays out. Certainly stocks like QUBT are good shorts. Now, there is the fact that unemployment is actually not rising, is something to keep in mind there. Unemployment's still at 4.2. So not necessarily seeing the unemployment number change, but by the time the unemployment number changes, it's kind of the market sees ahead of that a little more quickly. There's been a lot of layoffs. AI giveth and AI taketh away. I've been working on ATYR some more, and I have some interesting insights. Kind of lead me even to have even more conviction about the short. Yeah, biopharma is kind of a defensive space, so you could see some money rotate there. Tends to be pretty solid in bad times. Yeah, I sold some Repl, but I'm still in. Sold half. Yeah, Joby's such a scam. Should we check in with the people who like ATYR? There's a Wall Street firm called Leerink that wrote a note that they kind of, they didn't want the smoke, thankfully, but they said, let's clear some controversy. Like, okay, clear some controversy. Let's clear some controversy. Clarity from ATYR management on phase 1-2 data. Now listen, I respect, all my peers on Wall Street, but ain't nobody trusting some sell-side analyst over Shkreli. I'm telling you this. Who's this guy, man? No disrespect, but yeah, you ain't gotta like that, man. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. But you just graduated college. My portfolio's rocking right now. I don't know what's going on. Quantum dropping like a rock. That's nice to see. Finally. This looks young. Yeah, VVAX hanging in there. He's a junior? Okay. Who's the senior then? His name's on. His name's right there, right? Is it Matthew Cowper? Who's the boss? I don't know who these people are. Matthew Cowper. No. It ain't him. Is it him? This portfolio started in April or... No, in May. Maybe May. Yeah, no, that guy is the senior. Faisal. There's some fund that's long that I'm trying to get a hold of. Octagon. They're pretty much the biggest holder that is like making a call that they like the stock. We'll know from their 13F shortly if they're still in or not. And then 0.72 is in the stock. So we'll see if they get out. I'm guessing they get out. So we'll see. All right, so what are they saying? What What are they complaining about? Continues to be spicy. What kind of Zoomer talk is this? And we're not tired of defending it. There have been a few recurring questions that have risen to the surface this week related to phase 1-2 data. Discussions with management, man, you're talking to the wrong people. You're talking to the wrong people. We have clarity on this that we think should be helpful even for those who are very close to the story. On net, these insights reaffirm our view that the phase 3 ESFO-FIT trial of ESFO in pulmonary sarcoidosis offers an attractive, let me get that straight, attractive, high risk, high reward investment opportunity. What did you mean by that? Are you willing to bet your life? Are you willing to put your life on the line? That's the kind of bets I make. I'm willing to put my gender on the line. I told people if cassava didn't work, open the window. You think people want to say it's a high risk, high reward? Bro, I want high reward and no risk. You tell me something's gonna work or it's not gonna work. That's it, because something's gonna happen. One way or another. Attractive, high risk, high reward investment opportunity. So, along? It's gonna work for sure. Why is it high risk? What's high risk about it though? Unemployment's a really important thing people like to focus on. So revising all those, that's a big revision, my man. Oh man, Abivax is up and our shorts are getting smoked. I'm loving it. All that pain, all that suffering we took, now we're being blessed. Inshallah. Allahu Akbar. That's right. All that pain Allah put us through. It was so painful. Do you remember, chat, when we were down 40%? Sitting there, suffering, getting made fun of by... Do you remember? And what did I do? Did I run away? Did I stop streaming? Did I try to change my numbers? No, I stood there and I took it. Like this. Throw rocks at me, go ahead. I will wear a crown of shorts. And even you in the chat, you will thrice deny me. The crow will sound thrice and you will deny me. You'll say, I don't follow Shkreli. I'm not a sub. I was down 50%. You were saying Shkreli's lost it, he's cooked. You nailed me up, some of you. You nailed me right up on the cross. I said, these stocks will come back, man. The shorts will go down. Fear not, my son. That's what I said. Yea, for though I walk in the valley of the shadow of shorts, I fear no leverage. I wore a bag on my head. I got margin call for 3 days. 3 days of margin calls, and I came back to life. So what are these guys? Even Jamie was worried. They got Jamie on the phone, bro. The new Bank of America building, they were building the construction. They were saying, should we keep building this? There are holes to be poked in the phase 1-2 data, but our recent discussion with management helps fill in a few of these holes. You know, one of the problems was when the market comes in a little bit, you a lot of times you get sucked in as a short. You say, the top's in, it's gonna go all the way back down. Then you get one red day and then you're back to rallies again. So I'm a little cautious about that. But at the same time, you know, you keep your longs on. Don't forget your longs. You're not allowed to visit somebody randomly in prison, by the way. You have to sign up. There is no MOA. Mischaracterize the MOA. There is no MOA. tRNA deep dive. Oh Lord. Oh Lord have mercy. Do I have to write a follow-up? Do I really have to write a follow-up and really end this man's career? I don't want to have to do it to him.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Finally a red day, huh? Took forever.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
I don't change positions just because the market goes up or down. That's you know, you want beta neutral, so I have not made any trades. I like 𝗂𝗎𝗍𝗍. Sarepta is, you know, a wild child. It's kind of a wild card. Short quantum, short Joby. Could be Jack. Happy Friday though. It's August 1st. I don't like UNH. All right, so we're gonna do you guys, I mean, I want to do a deep dive on Atyr and figure out a little bit about the drug, because we're getting data pretty soon now. All right, so let me show you a little bit then. The Atyr drug allegedly binds to a protein called 𝗦𝗛𝗞𝗥𝗏. I haven't looked at this protein a long time, but it's part of an interesting group of cascading signaling pathways in the brain around embryonic development. So there's a bunch of these, like the semaphorins, the shanks, funny name, and others that basically just, if you have mutations in them, they can cause autism, believe it or not. That's kind of why I learned the space a little bit. So there's a few things we want to do here. Like, one is, why not get a view of the protein, okay? So there's the protein database, PDB. We're gonna use PDB to figure out what's going on. So I just Google PDB, 𝗦𝗫𝗄 PDB, and we're gonna spend a little time here. And it looks like, you know, it's a 500 amino acid protein, but like not all these will have like the full domains. So, you know, we just have to be smart about how we look at this. Yeah, neurofilament it also interacts with neurofilament, because everything interacts with neurofilament, I believe. Am I right or am I right? Okay, so maybe I'll make a new Excel just to keep version control clean. But let's write some facts about 𝗦𝗫𝗄. Okay, so it's got a bunch of domains. And we're gonna just look at the domains and their interfaces and things like that. It's just the B1 domain here, and it's got some binding partners like VEGF. It's sort of a co-receptor, so what's interesting about 𝗦𝗫𝗄 is it doesn't do any signaling. So it's kind of it's a little cringe that they think this is the mechanism of action for their fake drug that doesn't work. See, when people get me mad, man, I do more work. Like Sarepta, I'm sorry. I keep confusing Sarepta and cassava in my mind, I don't know why. Cassava, I didn't want to do any work on it at all. I didn't care. And people were like, oh, please look at it. I was like, all right, okay, it looks like a piece. And the longs are like, oh, Shkreli's ass. Like, oh yeah? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put the code editor away. I'm gonna put VS Code away. I'm gonna close my Linux terminal. You want the old Shkreli back? You want me to really look at this drug? It's the worst thing you could ever ask for, because you're not gonna believe me anyway. It's all Short's fault. Watch this. Okay, so this is a partial, there's not a full crystal. Maybe there's cryo-EM somewhere, and then maybe I can use AlphaFold to generate a full crystal. This is a dimer, so this is almost full. I think it's missing the alpha 1 domain potentially, but that's almost there. I think the phase 3 data comes out around the end of August. So, you know, we gave ourselves a little time. This protein has 6 alias names. It's on chromosome 2. Look at that. Look at the ACTs and Gs. Go on. They're crazy. Billions of chickens. Quack, quack, quack. No, we never got D-Wave access, of course. We never will. Favorite band has to be Nirvana. I mean, here's AlphaFold. That's a little odd, isn't it? Coiled coil. So is this the whole? It's 595 amino acids. NVIDIA down 3%. Figma almost flat. Him's down 5%. Had a lot of momentum recently. CoreWeave down 8%. This is why we short China. Do NI China on Godel.
China.
I don't see the.
China.
to see anything. Let's look at Taiwan instead. If you really want to understand how drugs work, you have to zoom in all the way in. It's funny because these things don't signal anything. You really have to be able to visualize the drug in your head. Yeah, that's what I'm triple checking, William. Very astute observation. Still waiting to see where they talk about 𝗦𝗫𝗀𝗘𝗢𝗏. Oh, he was the CEO? CEO on a patent's always a little suspect. Did Ventyx survive? I forget. Oh yeah, these guys were the NLRP. Oh, they went public. Okay. TX. Ooh, 200 cap. Ooh. Well, there's her biology up quick again. Some of this data looks doctored. This might be just pure fraud. This is bleomycin. Okay. Bleomycin with the placebo. Bleomycin with dexamethasone. Bleomycin with nintedanib. Bleomycin with placebo. And then bleomycin with the 3 doses. This whole thing's a lie. None of this makes sense. How could the standard deviation be so low? Does that make sense to you? What are you doing, 100 mice? At least this data looks better. Yeah, I don't know. It might be standard error measurement. Yeah, well, these are 8 mice, so I don't know how you get stat sig on that. 1.2 in 8 mice versus 1.6. Can't stop lying in your patents, can't stop lying in your publications. Stop lying though. Stop lying, stop snitching. Okay, I think I have to save it and edit it that way. Oh boy, scanned document that cannot be searched. The examiner cited a paper. No, I wouldn't buy Novo just yet. Yeah, so I can't find too much about their alleged 𝗦𝗫𝗀𝗘𝗏 drug. We'll keep looking. Okay. They have a Hong Kong subsidiary. Assist in transcription profiling. Okay. No, this is their main drug is the NRP. They're saying it binds to 𝗦𝗫𝗀𝗏. This brilliant discovery is the target of. I guess the paper just came out, so maybe it's not nice when you're just figuring out how your drug works. Phase 3 is like tomorrow. This is the masterpiece paper. Probably published in 2023. What the drug does when that paper came out in 2025. Quantum. Okay, so they had this in 2020. This might be the dumbest shit I've ever seen. No, it's not the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Fine. When did it lose 90% of its value? I mean, it's up from earlier this year. Where on the chart did it lose 90% of its value? Show me, Robert. Show me where on the chart. Please point it out. Point it out, because I don't see it. Stock's going right back to 1. Get my hoodie. Okay, yeah, but that's like asking me why didn't I short Intel in September 2000? I missed that move. I'm not worried about that in 2025, dog. But yeah, I guess, I would have loved to have caught this move. This company's done nothing but disappoint. 12 to 2. Now it's back up. It went back up to like 6. We gotta smack it down back again. Was that a split? That must have been a split. It could have been I'll check. 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles in a row. That's the 4 red pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Quick maths. And notice the candles don't overlap. They're just one after the other. You don't want overlapping candles. Trust me. All right, anyway. So basically it binds to the part that semaphorin binds to. But they're saying it doesn't interfere with semaphorin binding. Ain't that much room on this thing. Well, we got into a crazy situation with quantum, So you're telling me there's a protein-protein interaction, presumably high affinity, and your co-receptor is blocking the ability for semaphorin to bind, which downregulates VEGF, potentially VEGF signaling. Some VEGF signaling. There's a lot of redundant VEGF signaling because neuropilin only binds some VEGF isoforms, and VEGF can keep doing its thing with other isoforms, so you have to block them all. They found a protein that binds by accident to their quote-unquote drug, and now they have to design some story that has something to do with the quote-unquote efficacy they saw. This is wild. You got to think through the logic here. I mean, I believe it binds. At this point, I have no reason not to. I mean, Schimmel's scripts people are pretty good. But I don't know. It seems, no, zero chance for Alzheimer's. Stop making them pivot. I don't know what to do, man. I would just short stock. There's no reason to buy a put. Puts are weird. Shall we check in on the Atyr, the Atyr people? Country, what are they called again? Country bumpkins? Country dumb. Where are these guys? Country dumb chat. Ah, here it is. Let's take a look. They're also in Atyr and 𝗤𝗎𝗍. Oh boy. Just opened my first Atyr position. 250 stocks. So I want to make sure you guys see my reaction here. $250 stocks. Oh boy. Okay.